We are back. Sorry about that. Like I said, connection here pretty awful. The Wi-Fi always drops within a few seconds. The network sometimes will last a few minutes at a time. So we're back. You didn't miss anything. No score. Missed one shot on goal by the Bobcats. That was saved by Flanagan. Other than that, it's been a lot of back and forth. The Trojans, you didn't miss any shots on goal. Trojans having a hard time establishing possession in the offensive end, but so are the Bobcats. Again, I think you missed one shot on goal for the Bobcats, and that was saved. Still no score. Got about 10 minutes or so left in the first period. Brady Delariuel pokes it away. Up top, that's Cash Wisniewski with the shot from the blue line, saved. Tie up in the corner, Simon Tanner from his knees digs it out and finds Draven Wilson, but it's stolen back right away. Back into the Trojan zone. Bobcats will change lines. Rhett Winger coming hard off the bench for the Bobcats, almost got a steal there. Now he's going to hang out at the Trojan blue line. Over to Nolan Winger. Now back to Rhett. Rhett tries to center it. Nobody there. Gets his own rebounds. Nolan pulling it off and trying to hit Carter Chatfield, but missing. And Bobcats will pick it up in the back of their own zone. Collision right there between Jackson Fleckner and Rhett Winger. Two very fast skaters, both known for being just a little bit reckless on their feet. Bobcats from the near wall in their own zone are going to come through the neutral zone pretty quickly. Steal there by Caden Weasel. Weasel dumping from the Trojans. 8:44 to go. Steal behind the net. Bobcats back in possession. Rhett Winger ices it. Will face off in Bobcat territory. Not a lot of shots for either team just yet, kind of feeling each other out, and both teams getting some good zone entry, but typically turning it over pretty quickly once they're in the zone. Could be Jaron Clark on the face-off for the Trojans, down in the offensive end. Connor Stearns turns it over in near the wall. That's Colby Joseph, the Bobcats on the wall there, turning it over as well. I know more of the Bobcat players than I thought I did by number alone. There's Draven Wilson picking that one up. Colin Somerville getting tangled up leg-wise. A lot of back and forth with the puck there. That one kind of shoveled to the corner by the Bobcats. Hayden Giroux over to Archer, Mac Archer. A nice pass from Swisher out to Somerville. Somerville at the near side, he'll have to dump it. Draven Wilson to pick it up in the far corner. He gets there. He's in a fight with Cash Wisniewski for the puck there in the corner. Comes out toward Brady Delariuel, but the Bobcats able to pop it out of the zone. Somerville sending it back. Here's a steal by Simon Tanner on the entry. He gets it stolen right away. Puck tied up on the near boards. Back out of the zone. Delariuel corners it. 7:18 to go in the first period. No score. That's going to be icing by the Bobcats. Will face off in the offensive zone again. Colin Somerville in on the draw for the Trojans. Swisher and Wilson on either side of him. Wins the faceoff back to Tanner up the wall. A little back and forth there, and the first penalty of the game is going to go against Bobcats, I believe. No? Thought that's what that was. Had a big collision there between Winger and Wilson. And an immediate whistle, but I guess the puck went out of play. That one headed back Finley's direction. Nolan Winger coming hard. Simon Tanner sending it down for the Trojans. A steal by Swisher. Swisher's got a chance. A shot and a save. And we'll face off in the offensive zone again. Again, these two teams split their 2 regular season meetings last year. Each team winning on the other's home ice, and then Bobcats winning the rubber match in the playoffs. It's going to be Somerville on the dot across from Tanner Amos. Wilson in the corner going to the middle for Somerville. Pass a little off track. Here's Nolan Winger with a chance, and he beats Flanagan on the breakaway and scores. Bobcats take a 1-0 lead. I will always remember Nolan Winger for back in I guess it was Squirts or Pee-wees. Jude was probably 9. Had a game where the Trojans won. The youth Trojans against the youth Bobcats. I want to say the score was like 4-2. Son Jude was in goal. And Nolan Winger waited outside the Trojan locker room after the game until Jude came out to shake his hand and tell him he was garbage. That's my first memory of Nolan Winger at 9 years old. Nolan Winger getting the first goal for the Bobcats. You wonder why we don't like this team. To be fair, Jude played pre-post hockey with Rhett, and lovely kid, the older brother, Rhett Winger. Puck back into Finley territory. Nathan Marshall sending into Bobcat territory there. Turn back over. Picked up by, that's Hayden Joseph. Back to Nolan Winger. Shot goes high. It was deflected up. Caden Weasel tied up in the corner. Hayden Joseph wins that one. Tries to center it for Nolan Winger, but off target. Nathan Marshall chases it to the blue line. Bobcats moving the puck around. Down low. Looks like going to be an offsides call on the Bobcats, or maybe it'd make more sense if it was the net. Didn't look like the puck slipped out down there on Wisniewski. Yep, that was the net call. So we'll face off again. We'll be facing off at center ice. No, we're not. The indication was, and then we're going to face off in Finley territory. That's Somerville on a face-off, picked up by Tanner for Wilson. Slips behind him. He's going to go all the way to the far corner. Swisher getting down there quick. Archer, the goalie, coming out to play that one. The steal here by Wilson. He's around the blue line. His shot goes wide. Bounced around a lot. Swisher finally picks up the rebound. That was up there for a long time. Right out in front of the Bobcat goal. And swept away. No Trojans in the vicinity. Here's Rhett Winger. Picked up by Somerville. Somerville up and over everyone. Puck heading down Bobcat way. Wilson pressuring. 4:25 to go in the first period. Bobcats lead by 1. Wilson breaking that one up. Kept in the zone. 2 minutes 30 to go in the second period. Bobcats lead by 1. 4:25 to go in the first period. Bobcats lead by 1. Wilson breaking that one up. Kept in the zone. 2 minutes 30 to go in the second period. Bobcats lead by 1. 4:25 to go in the second period. Bobcats lead by 1. 4:25 to go in the second period. Bobcats lead by 1. 4:25 to go in the second period. Bobcats lead by 1. 4:25 to go in the second period. Bobcats lead by 1. 4:25 to go in the second period. Bobcats lead by 1. 4:25 to go in the second period. Bobcats lead by 1. 4:25 to go in the second period. Bobcats lead by 1. 4:25 to go in the second period. Bobcats lead by 1. 4:25 to go in the second period. Bobcats lead by 1. 4:25 to go in the second period. Bobcats lead by 1. 4:25 to go in the second period. Bob Another steal by Wilson. Out of the zone finds Turner Merrill. Turner Merrill with one to beat. Flips it a little far, and that's picked up by Nolan Winger. There's Landon Nouse for the Bobcats. Sending it up. That's going to be icing on the Bobcats. We'll come back this way. 4 minutes to go, 3:57 to be precise. 1-0 Bowling Green. On a breakaway goal by Winger, the younger Winger. Going by the ratings, the My Hockey Rankings ratings, Bobcats about a 2-goal favorite, about 1.5 goal favorite in this game. So no surprise that they come out to a lead. A very high-powered offense, this Bobcat team. Trojans are going to need to put goals on the board to win this game. Here's Mac Archer. Finds Jaron Clark on the near side. Takes a hit, puck back out of the zone. It is contested right in front of the Bobcat bench. Comes out, I want to say Bobcats direction, it does. Caden Weasel just took a skate to the back of the head there. It was not on purpose, but I was worried for him for a second. Here's Archer. Up for Clark, trying to leave the zone with it. I think that's in the neutral zone. Pops back in. It's just bouncing over to and fro over the blue line. Shot blocked by Hayden Giroux. Giroux turning the puck around and icing it. Trojans a little face-off in the defensive zone with right at 3 minutes to go in the first period. Somerville will take the face-off. We got Swisher and Wilson, as well as Delariwell and Tanner, the starting five for the Trojans. Back out again. 3 minutes to go in the first. 1-0 Bobcats. Somerville on the draw. Tanner Amos in for the Bobcats. Brett Winger, Nolan Winger on either side of him. From the blue line, blocked by Swisher and sent out. Finds Wilson. Wilson got a couple. Pulls the trigger right across the blue line. Saves made. And we'll face off down there. Gonna be Somerville. Larrywell has it stolen and then sent out of the Trojan zone. Flanagan's going to have to play it. Sends it up the far side. Chased down by the Bobcats. It's Nolan Winger there. Going to send it to the corner. Tanner. Around the boards. Kept in by Wisniewski. Centered. Passes a little off target. Kept in the zone, however. Shot from the blue line. That's up and out of play. Didn't see what happened before. I just heard the whistle and then I saw Sam Swisher standing and Nolan Winger down. So no penalty called. Not sure what happened. We'll face off. It's going to be Turner Merrill in for the Trojans. Colby Joseph for the Bobcats. Connor Stearns winning the puck. He's got a lot of room up here on the near side. Going across to Fleckner, kind of hard. Fleckner back to Stearns behind the net. A bit of a wild pass. Stearns does catch up to it. Bobcats steal, send it into the neutral zone. Tanner tracks. Tanner under some pressure. And icing called there on the Trojans. A minute 39 to go in the first. We'll face off in the defensive zone again. It's going to be Somerville on the draw, back to the corner. That's Nick Yakula. Swiping at it, Rhett Winger. Quick pass out to Nolan Winger. Shot goes wide. Seth Callahan picking it up for the Bobcats. Draven Wilson intercepting it, lifting it up and over. He's looking for Swisher. Swisher finds it. It's being defended well. Around back. Swisher looking for Somerville, but it slips behind him. Wilson trying to get away that pass, but not able to get there in time. Now the two wingers working it around. Quick shot and a save by Flanagan. Picked up at center ice by Chatfield. In the corner, Brian Moss tangled up with somebody, winger, right winger, of course. Bobcats with about 38 seconds to go will circle it all the way back into their zone, slow things down a bit. We see the goalie, Archer, doing some sort of dance, some sort of taunting dance in front of Turner Merrill. "14 seconds left, picked up behind the net. It's Moss. That goes hard off the stick of Marshall and down. Icing is called, 4 seconds to go. And we'll face off one more time this period down in front of the Findlay goal. Three seconds to go. So Larry Well just kind of pin it on the wall. That'll do it for period number one. Saves in the first. Not a ton of shots either direction. Brett Flanagan with 6 saves. Kellen Archer with 5. So both teams shooting conservatively, we'll say. 1 goal in the net. Bowling Green scoring on a Nolan Winger breakaway. And we'll go to the locker room with the Trojans down 1-0 to see how they respond after a interesting first period. Again, two teams that have played a million times, both through high school and all the way down. These kids know each other well. They play on pre-post together. They played against each other and with each other in youth. Had a lot of kids in Findlay playing in the BG youth program and vice versa. So. Always a good game, and tonight no different, 1-0. We'll take a break here. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, and we'll see how period number 2 goes. Your score after 1 is Bobcats 1, Trojans 0. Also, if you're still here, just getting a text that Hayden Joseph, the junior, he's number 19, I believe, for the Bobcats, left the bench early and is in the locker room. Not really sure what that's about, so keep an eye there to see if Joseph comes back. All right, we'll be back. 1-0 Bobcats. Hey everybody, we're back here at Slater Family Ice Arena on the campus of Bowling Green State University. Home ice for Bowling Green Falcons, Bowling Green Bobcats, Perrysburg Yellow Jackets, Anthony Wayne Generals, lots of teams. After one period, Trojans are down by 1. Again, not a ton of shots either way. 7 shots on goal for the Bobcats, 5 for the Trojans. And if I can be frank, none of the 5 particularly dangerous chances for the Trojans. They've been kind of kept out of the high danger areas. Archer hasn't really been tested yet. A few shots from the blue line right into the guts. Flanagan having to do a little bit more acrobatic work. And the lone goal coming on a breakaway from the sophomore Nolan Winger. The Trojans want to keep this game close and maybe take the lead. I mean, it's clearly goes without saying, but they need to score. This game isn't gonna end 1-0. Now watch me eat my words, but expect to see the Bobcats, score at least 1 or 2 more, and Trojans are gonna have to match and surpass that. So gonna need to start putting some high-quality shots on the net, in my opinion. We'll see how it goes now. Colin Somerville on the initial face-off. They swap out Tanner Amos for, looks like, Rhett Winger at the referee's behest. Somerville wins that face-off, as he typically does. Quick pass out of the back from Tanner to Swisher. Wisniewski poking it away from Swisher. Simon Tanner picking it up for the Trojans. Back across to Delaruel. Turned over right in front of the Finley blue line. It's Winger now. He's going to send it on net. Kicked aside by Flanagan. Trojans, no, icing is waved off. Didn't look like Wisniewski was given full hustle after it. Bobcats possession from their blue line. They'll work it back and forth. Pretty Delaruel with the steal and send it down, but the Bobcats send it right back. Delaruel again. Kind of a long shift here for that defensive pairing of Delaruel and Tanner. Oh, a turnover right in front of the net. Shot blocked by Delaruel, so that's why he's on the ice, right? Good block shot by the sophomore. No, Jackson Fleckner, Connor Stearns kind of running into each other there. Tied up on the wall right in front of the penalty box there on the far side. Wisniewski trying to clear it out of the zone. Across to Chatfields. Missing Winger, and therefore will be icing. Amos doesn't like the call. Face off down in the Bobcat zone. 13.5 minutes to go. Period number 2. Bobcats lead by 1. Jaron Clark in on the face-off for the Trojans. Kept in the zone for a minute by Weasel. He's got to kick it back out. Biacula drops it back. Moss, but missing on the pass there. Trying to get it off the stick of Weasel for the dump and chase. Missing on the connection there, and icing called. Face off now in Finley territory. It's Clark for the Trojans. And I believe that was Colby Joseph on the other side for Bobcats. Weasel to Marshall, back to Weasel. Stolen by the other Joseph, Hayden Joseph. Center around back. You'll notice Bowling Green kind of rotating just two forward lines, really. Shot by Nouse is blocked. Weasel turning it around out of the zone. Marshall will chase it. Gets up again. And an offside called there as Weasel slips and falls over the blue line, on the wrong side of the blue line, as Marshall brings the puck over. So offside called on the Trojans. The face off in the neutral zone. That'll be Somerville alongside Wilson and Swisher. First line for both teams out. Quick whistle right off the face-off. Colin Somerville gesturing at the referee, not happy with something. It's like we'll do it again and again. Amos swapping out for winger. Somerville winning that one over to Swisher, but a quick steal. And Bobcats sending deep into the Trojan zone. Tanner around the boards. Kept in by Nouse of the Bobcats. Deflected by Wilson to Tanner. Tanner drops it back to Valeriwell. He'll send it hard around the boards. Wilson coming in, trying to pick it up. It's going to get past him, but Valeriwell on it. And Valeriwell sending it directly into the Bowling Green bench. What it looks like is Valeriwell looked like he thought the glass was on the front side of the bench and not the back side. And so Valeriwell just lifting it looked intentional into the Bobcat bench. I'm sure he didn't send it into the bench intentionally, but it's like he was trying to go off the glass there. Somerville on the draw in the defensive zone. Over to Tanner, who hits Swisher, and then Swisher's pass for Wilson sails behind. And icing called on the Trojans. Will go back. Just under 12 minutes to go in the second period. And this second period so far has been very stop and start. Only 3 minutes elapsed, and we've had a ton of face-offs. Lots of offsides, lots of icing. Swisher off the face-off. Wilson gets it off the boards, goes across to Tanner. Tanner hits Somerville. Now Somerville with a chance. And a great save by Archer. Dives forward and kicks the puck out and then waggles his head at Somerville, much like Lucas Borda did last night for St. John's right before Somerville hit Wilson with a dime to score. So goalies taunting Colin Somerville after breakaway saves is the theme of the weekend. Was a nice save. Comes Turner Merrill in for the faceoff. Over to Fleckner, and now Giroux going to the middle for Stearns. Bobcats will ice it. Going to be Somerville in the draw again. Same starting five out for the Trojans. Looks like Pady going with a short bench as well today. Play well. Over to Swisher. Swisher to the near side, off the wall. Wilson being pursued by Chatfield. He goes down, no call. Finley fans unhappy. Kept in, and oh my goodness. Big hit there, and then Nolan Winger on another breakaway. This time, no shot ever develops. Just never pulled the trigger. Sam Swisher hitting Somerville. Oh, went off the stick, but not able to stay with it. Colin Somerville. Archer comes out and sends it back down. Tanner will collect. Couple of plays on that last possession made it very clear how the referees are wanting to call this game, or not call this game, rather. I'm not going to take a stand on whether they should have been calls or not, but those are definitely calls that other referees would have made. So I look for this game to get much more physical as long as it stays close. And players see that they can do things. And there's an example there. Connor Stearns with a big hit in the corner. Off the glass. Center ice. Joseph. Stolen from Fleckner. Turner Merrill gets it back for a second. Bobcats send it down low. Shot by Colby Joseph. Puck on the wall. Nick Viacula sending it up for Stearns. Stearns finds Merrill. Merrill all by himself. He's going to send it to the corner. Stearns down here in front of us. It's tied up on the wall. In comes Fleckner to help. Merrill comes off the ice. Bobcats, that's Lyndon Bernath, will pull it off the wall and shoot wide. Somerville over to Fleckner. Fleckner with a nice move. Now Somerville sets up and shoots. It's saved and dropped. Rebound picked up. Somerville from the top of the circle. Shot. And Archer without his stick. Somerville missing the net entirely there. That's unfortunate. No stick for the goalie. Trojans looking desperate here, trying to get something happening while the goalie doesn't have his stick. Wilson using his body to block that exit attempt. Still with a chance here. Wilson. Now it's Merrill. Again, no stick for the goalie. And a high stick called on Nick Viacula will send it down this way. And Trojans only able to generate one shot on goal for a very long time. Will Archer did not have his stick. Unfortunate. Had a couple of good looks and then just missed the net. 8:25 to go. Trojans down 1-0, and that was about as good a chance as you can ask for in a game like this, I think. And again, like I was saying, we're going to see this game continue to get more and more physical. Players starting to get frustrated. Referees allowing a lot of things that other referees may not. Earlier in the game, you'll see Nolan Winger of the Bobcats said something to Sam Swisher right in front of the referee that caused Swisher to kind of give him a little cross-check to the chest and knock him flat on his back. Referee didn't call it either way. So that was a real shock to me, seeing Swisher not be called there. Referee must have heard what was said to prompt it and maybe felt like it was fair play. I don't know. Slips out of the zone on the Bobcats. That wasn't on camera, but Kellen Archer throwing an absolute fit down here over some call. He just threw the puck up in the air and then baseball batted it at the glass in front of the Findlay student section. Referees were not down there, and I didn't have the camera on it, but really getting at it with the Findlay student section, the goalie. Now Archer, he has been ejected from a game this season at least once. Okay, that is going to be a penalty on the Bobcats. I don't know what happens, honestly. But whatever it was, it made Archer pretty mad. So the first power play of the game comes at 7:56 in the second, and it'll be for the Trojans. Power play unit is Somerville, Swisher, Tanner, Wilson, and Delaruel. Tanner Amos with the steal and taking it all the way down to the Findlay end, shorthanded. Playing with a broken stick, the call I'm hearing. That was the call on number 23 for the Bobcats. Not allowed to do that. Here's Draven Wilson. Oh, and a goal. I missed it because my tripod fell. But Brady Delaruel with the goal on the power play ties it up for the Trojans. Make that his second varsity goal. One night after his first. I really wish my tripod hadn't fallen on me. I was trying to pick it up, and while I was looking down, the goal was scored. 1-1. Sorry about that, guys. That's what happens when you have a one-man operation. Assists from Wilson and Sam Swisher. Face off in the Findlay zone, Merrill. Steal there by a combination of Merrill and Stearns. Now Fleckner. Merrill, oh goodness. Barely missing there. Fleckner's shot, rebound right out to Merrill in the high slot. Takes the shot, goes high. And now the Bobcats bringing it out of the zone. Ryan Moss, turnover, but gets it right back. Good recovery from Moss. Pass was intended for Moss. Gets a little past him. Moss unhappy with that shift, it looked like. Excuse me, not Moss. Oh, that pass, that was, oh my goodness, a couple of errors there. Pass right to Bowling Green at the blue line, and then just couldn't handle it and dropped it back into the zone, neutral zone. Bowling Green again, shot blocked by Moss. Swisher pressuring the puck in the corner. Comes out being chased down by Tanner. Tanner with a little bit of room that's rapidly closing. Turned over, but now sent out of the zone by Moss, iced. 5.5 to go. 1-1 your score. Face off in the Trojan end, it's going to be Merrill. Fleckner and Stearns on either side. Tanner around the boards. Kept in by the Bobcats. Here's Amos. Shot, save. Now it's Winger. Wrestling with Tanner for it. Winger wins it. He's got a chance. Shot and a save by Winger. Winger with the shot. Flanagan with the save. Landon now shooting from behind the blue line into the glove of Flanagan. Another chance for Bowling Green. Flanagan down. Looks like he landed on the puck. Yep, it was under his rear. Merrill having words with one of the Bobcat players. Oh, Nolan Winger, surprise. Face off in Trojan zone, it's Somerville, 4:53 to go. Wilson, nice pass off the wall to Somerville. Somerville's got a couple to beat. He's gonna have to go to the corner with it. Swisher will chase it down, but takes a hit from Amos. Squeezes it out to Wilson though. Wilson back out to the point. Moss through traffic, tipped by Swisher. Nice board battle there by Swisher. Oh, and Swisher takes a hard hit. Now out to Somerville. Shot. Oh, and a nice save by Archer. Puck on the wall right in front of the Finley student section here. And Moss shoots from the corner right into the glove of Kellen Archer with 4:14 to go. Face off in offensive territory. Turner Merrill. On the draw. Quick whistle. Sounded like before. Yep, before the drop. A lot of people yelling. It's going to be Turner Merrill on the face-off. Kept in the zone by Tanner. Turned over. Turned right back over. And over again. Bobcats into the Finley zone. Larry well to the corner. Gets there. Backhands it, but all Bobcats. Back out to the corner. Shot is blocked. And up over the glass into the Bowling Green student section. And we'll face off down there. 3:46 to go in the second. We're tied at 1. Brady Delaruel with the power play goal. Louis Somerville on the draw for the Trojans. Bobcats win that one. Center it. Moss out of the slot. Oh, Wilson had a chance. Just overskated it by a step. Sends it around the boards. Viacula. Somerville trying to get there. A little out ahead of him. Race to the puck in the corner. Looked like Moss trying to hit Wilson. Pulled off the boards by Hayden Joseph. Now Moss pressuring the puck. Back around the boards. That's Joseph. Shot goes wide. Kept in the zone by Wisniewski. Quick shot into the glove of Flanagan. Exactly 3 minutes to go in the second period. 1-1 the score. Merrill on the faceoff. Good one. Stearns into the zone, takes a hit off the puck. Poked out of the zone. Delario trying to turn it around. Trojans will have to back out of the zone. 2:45 to go in the second. Really just surprised. Only one penalty in this game, and it was for a broken stick. Merrill. Puck ends up with Fleckner. Fleckner's shot. Kicked out to the corner by Archer. Merrill out to Delario. Delario around the backboards. Racing up for it, that's Wilson. Bobcats with a chance here. Winger out to other winger. Back to first winger. Shot. Kicked aside by Flanagan. Here comes Draven Wilson with some room. Poked away at the last second there by Wisniewski. Puck still in the offensive zone. Now kicked out by the Bobcats. Picked up at center ice by Delario. Under 2 minutes to go in the second. Loose puck picked up by Rhett Winger. Brought quickly into the zone. Poked away by Delario. Good game by Delario. He's having a great weekend. Here comes, well, no, I thought Swisher was going to have it. Drops it off to Moss. Moss will hit Somerville. Across the blue line. Somerville with some nice stick work, then takes a big hit in front of the Findlay section. Somehow manages to get it out to Somerville. No call there either. Somerville, Fleckner taken down from behind. Yeah, Fleckner's still down. That's what happens when you don't call stuff. Fleckner now up and skating to the bench. Shot high. 1 minute to go. Second period. Refs are going to have to start calling stuff. Here's Swisher. Out for Clark. Clark shoots into the glove of Archer. Archer dropped it out of the glove after the whistle. Wanted to tell the ref it was too quick. 43 seconds to go. We'll face off in offensive territory. Somerville on the face-off in offensive territory. 43 seconds in the second. Tied up at 1. Puck loose, kicked out of the zone. It's the Winger brothers bringing it in. Brett to Nolan. Nolan, nice save by Flanagan. And we do have a penalty here, and we have a pile-up. Like I was saying, you don't call stuff early and then this happens, right? I don't even know who's involved in the pileup. There was a penalty early. I see Somerville getting out of there. I see Viacula getting out of there. And Rhett Winger on the bottom of the pile. Viacula. Looks like Nick Viacula is being escorted out of the rink. Ejected from the game, possibly. Referee's going to figure all this out. Findlay student section taunting Kellen Archer. I won't repeat what they're saying. It's not particularly vulgar, it's just not nice. Kids can say it to other kids. Adults can't say it. Nolan Winger ejected too, I'm hearing. So Nick Viacula gone for the Trojans. Nolan Winger, the goal scorer, ejected for the Bobcats. A lot going on here. Only 26 seconds to go. in the second period. We're still tied up at 1, and as it tends to do, this game has gotten heated. 2 ejections, 1 each way. Defender Nick Vacula, the senior for the Trojans, and sophomore forward Nolan Winger for the Bobcats. He's the one I told the story about earlier, being particularly nasty even as a young child, so not shocked. Vacula's known to mix it up a little bit as well so far this season. His first season with the with the Trojans, coming here from Lincoln High School, Ghana Lincoln, in the Columbus area. Referee's still trying to sort out what is going on. We have Sam Swisher, Simon Tanner down in front of the penalty box, talking it out with a couple of the Bobcat captains. Looks like Rhett Winger and Tanner Amos. For what it's worth, here in this second period, I'm seeing Brett Flanagan with 8 saves in this period for a game total of 14 so far. Kellen Archer, 9 saves, also 14 total. So close game both directions. Both teams with 15 shots on goal and both teams with 1 goal. All right, so I'm seeing up on the board, we got a 5-minute major penalty assessed to Vacula. Nothing on the board for the Bobcats, at least yet. Not 100% sure if it was a true ejection or if he was just sent to the locker room because we're 26 seconds away from the period break. Philly student section, always entertaining. Again, not going to repeat anything I'm hearing. Just know that it's funny. All right, so looks like captains heading back to their respective benches. I'm still only seeing 1 penalty on the board. That's 5 minutes called on Vacula. And I'm not seeing anything up on the Bobcat side. Again, it was such a mess down there behind the net. I won't even try to speak to what actually happened. But I'll say once again, referees, when you see penalties go uncalled like they were in the first 2 periods, you tend to have stuff like this happen, especially when the 2 teams don't like each other. And now we're sitting here waiting. The Zambonis looking impatient. They've opened the garage door already, and he's in there revving the engine, ready to get out here. Bowling Green runs the arena here on a very tight schedule. All right, I'm seeing that Vacula, 5-minute major and an ejection. Nolan Winger ejected for what happened afterward, so no penalty assessed to the Bobcats. So it looks like the Trojans going to be on the penalty kill for a while. At least, well, no, it's a major, so they're going to be on for 5 full minutes. About 26 seconds left in this period, and then the first 4.5 minutes or so of the third period. Right now it's tied. I think this is crucial, right? If the Trojans can kill off this 5-minute major, it's going to give the team a huge boost of momentum. And On the other hand, the Bobcats really have an opportunity here to break this game open with 5 minutes of power play and a really potent offense. That said, they're missing one of their best scorers, the one who scored the one goal, actually, in Nolan Winger. So Bowling Green's goal scoring ability down just a little. That's not going to hurt him much. His older brother Rhett can score at any time. Tanner Amos can put it in the net. Both Josephs. So a lot of goal scoring potential on that Bowling Green squad. We're going to see them all on the ice right now. I see Amos, Winger, Hayden Joseph, Cash Wisniewski, and one I haven't been able to identify yet. It's Hayden Joseph on the puck now. Shot through traffic, kick to the corner. 7 seconds left. Bobcats gonna try one more time. Missing on that pass there. Trojans clear from the zone, and that'll do it. Whew, what a game. We're gonna take a break.